See, our human mind has 5 different brain waves. It is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and theta.
Right.
These are constantly in motion, and the brain is consistently producing waves in all of these frequencies.
Hello everyone, I am Jitendra Singh. I welcome you to Read My Story, where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and more. Today I have with me Miss Aapramita Mukhopadhyay. She has done double masters, that is in mathematics and business management. She has worked in corporate as well as education sector. She started her career as a teacher and a lecturer in postgraduate college, and also been a principal of a Govt Higher Secondary School. She never felt a connection and passion for her profession. Then she found her calling towards spirituality. During her spiritual journey, she was exposed to the world of spiritual healing. She is a qualified Theta healer. She engages people suffering from various kinds of fears, agonies, and mental blockages, and assists them to overcome the same through healing, past life therapy, and chakra balancing. She is also guiding people on numerology issues and does angel card reading. She is also running a startup with one of her friends, and the name of the startup is Jijiivisha Anantaa, where they take people to exotic and high energy locations over 3 to 7 days and connect them with self-realization workshops and organize these workshops there. Their motto is Swatmanam Jaanihi, which means Know Thyself. So today she will be discussing with us about her life journey. So let us hear from her. Welcome, Aapramita. The platform is open, and now over to you.
For having me here, really honored, and I hope that mostly people this knowledge of spirituality and of my life spread, and that's the only thing which I want to say.
Sure, definitely it will help us to understand about lot many things today. So first thing I'd like to know from you is, how did your past life has affected the person who you wanted to be in your life and what you are?
In my past, I used to be a lonely child, because my brother, my only sibling I'm having, is like 11 years older than me. So I had no as such guidance from anyone close. Parents were there, but I used to live a life which is little bit lonely. I have got friends. I used to have friends, but nobody was so close to my heart. So that has given me this opportunity of seeing everything in life through my own experiences, and that way I have become very independent in my thoughts. I have become very, very less judgmental.
Okay.
I don't judge people. I don't judge situations, because I always have this conditioning or training, situational awareness, that I need to first experience the thing, and then only I will decide. I'll form any opinion.
Right.
Because from my childhood, I was being trained that way. Nobody was there to guide me in anything. Parents were there to guide me in, जिसको बोलते हैं जो normal way of life hai, they were there to guide me.
Correct.
But things which I was always curious about, things which I wanted to know out of the way, for those I had never had any guidance. So
Correct.
I have chosen my gurus on my own, and mostly they were books which I used to read.
Right.
So I have got lot of knowledge from books. I had all mythological books which I have completed by the age of 10.
Wonderful.
Then, and I was a very, very fast reader, and I used to read novels and everything. So that has given me immense knowledge and immense power, which I still am thankful of that.
Great. So books were your friend when nobody was there.
Yes.
Wonderful. So if I talk about things you are passionate about in your life, what are those things?
I am passionate about dancing, because I am a trained classical dancer, and I personally feel that this is not a skill which I have learned in this life. It was my past life skills which I have just refined in this life.
Okay.
I'm very passionate about dancing, as well as I'm passionate about spiritualism, to know more about this area, to spread this knowledge of spirituality into the masses and to educate what it is all about.
Right. And which form of dancing like you have learned?
I am trained in classical dancing of Bharatanatyam and Kathak.
Wow, that is so wonderful. Like people take a lot of time to learn any form of classical dance, and you have learned too. That is kind of dedication and hard work.
I actually started dancing when I was 3 years old. That was the starting of my dance career, and because we were from a conservative middle class family, that's why I could not pursue that career in the way it should be.
Right.
Because there is I remember that when I was 7 or 9 years old, I had a dancing program in one of the very renowned auditorium in Calcutta, which is Ravinder Sadan. And Birju Maharaj had seen my program that time, and he had asked my mother to train me, and for that he wanted to take me along with him. But my parents didn't agree to it.
Right.
So because of that, it just had my dancing could not become a career for me. It's still a passion and a kind of hobby for me.
Right. And you still follow it. That is a wonderful thing.
Yes, I follow it very passionately. I do a lot of programs and everything. I want to be in touch with that.
Right. So, like we were discussing, that point in time you told me you started your career very soon, very early age. So, I'd like to know more onto it, like what all you have done throughout, what like in terms of your job and like, career-wise, and how you got into a journey which is different from your career so far altogether. So, how you got into this as well?
My husband is in army, so I got married very early when I was in my master's degree first year only.
Okay.
And had a tough time balancing my personal and my studies, personal life and my studies that time. And when I was studying in MSc first year, that time only I had been offered a job in a school, and I had been given this option that if you agree to this offer, then you can stay with your husband at that point of time.
Okay.
So I had not thought, I had not given it a thought, and I just said yes, I will do that. So that was the starting point of my journey.
Great.
When I was studying myself and I was teaching also.
Great.
And then somehow completed my masters. Then I wanted to do something, but then I conceived my first child.
Okay.
So, and when he was 2 years old, that time I wanted to continue my studies, and then I got myself enrolled in MBA program. It was a distance learning program from ICFI. I started with that, but then I had to give physical exams of 6 hours.
Right.
So somehow I completed that, and then I joined educational institutes and corporates in Dehradun and started doing Then after some years, I again conceived my second child. So my career got a
Another break.
Again it got another break. And then when my younger son was 1 year old, I decided to do my B.Ed, because I thought that time that was the best option I have.
Correct.
Doing something as well as taking care of my family. So
Right.
I completed my B.Ed that time, and I started my journey in the educational institute once again.
Right.
Then धीरे चलता रहा, and when my husband was posted in Manipur, I became the principal of a higher secondary school over there. अच्छा था, that was a very very nice journey. Learned so many things from the
Right.
teachers and everybody. Then I came to I again being posted back to Shimla and kind of things. In this journey, in this whole thing, I was always was getting a disconnection from everything. I was loving my job and everything, but I was not fully into it.
Kind of internal satisfaction was missing.
Yes, it was always there that I wanted to do something else. What was it? I didn't know. So I had no clue of what should be my life path.
Right.
I was doing everything, but I was not walking on my life path. Somehow I knew this subconsciously or at the back of my mind, but I didn't have any guidance regarding regarding this.
Correct.
So somehow I was introduced into spirituality or a healing modality because I was always very attracted towards past lives and hypnotherapy. And as I have said that I was a very I love reading books. So I have read all Dr. Brian Weiss books of past lives, many masters, many lives, and all those books I have already read. And I always wanted to learn this modality, or I wanted to do a past life regression on myself, wanted to know who I am, who am I, and who I was in one of my past lives and everything.
Okay.
So I was introduced into hypnotherapy and past life regression.
So it was kind of curiosity.
Yes, it was kind of curiosity, and then that journey started. And when I got into this, I certainly knew that it was the thing which I always wanted to do. It is my life path. So it was like a revelation that yes, I was born for this.
Correct.
And there was always a curiosity, as well as I wanted to know that when I was a little girl also, people used to come to me and used to share their darkest secrets and try to get advice from me that what should we do and what is the kind of thing. And I always used to get carried away by their feelings, by their things. So I used to think that was my weakness. I should not get carried away. But my instructor told that this is because you are a born empath, you are a born healer.
Correct.
That's why people come to you, and this is not your weakness, this is your strength to understand what people are feeling exactly.
Right.
So that's how I came to know my strength, and now I'm working in my life path. Suddenly, still that I see you, sometimes you need to do some kind of things which you don't like for the sake of your family.
True.
So I started a startup with my brother, and because he needed some help, and but I was as such I was not very satisfied. Side by side I was doing my healing modalities also. Finally I quit the job when he was well settled, and I somehow very accidentally met my current partner, business partner and friend, and on an impulse we decided that we are going to do this together.
Right.
So that was the journey, and rest they say as history. So Jijiivisha Anantaa was born like this, and we are walking our life path together, and we are doing it in a very satisfying way. We are not so successful as in true sense, but we know that we are there, we are walking, and we will reach.
Right. And what are things you are doing in your business?
Basically, we are doing workshops where we take women to places which is of little high vibration, away from the city and away from the crowd, where they can connect to themselves as well as to nature. And there we do some workshops to balance their chakras, to guide them towards manifestation, to guide them towards loving themselves, which is very important. And we give insights about their numerological predictions, and angel card reading also we do for them. And we have a nice interactive session also with them in case they have some issues. So we try to solve them as much as we can in that workshop.
Great. So it is kind of spiritual travel.
Kind of. We name it as wellness travel because spiritual word is having a typical effect in some people still in today's world.
Correct.
People think that if you are going on a spiritual travel, you need to travel to places like Tirth Sthan and do puja and everything. But our workshops are not like that. Our workshops are for knowing yourself. You dig deep into your own subconscious mind.
Correct. That is also spirituality actually.
That is actual spirituality, but people have got some different ideas about it.
Correct. Like that is kind of mindset developed that if you are going to a places like which are pilgrim places, so that is only kind of a spiritual travel. But the thing is when you are searching for yourself within, that is also spirituality.
I'm not telling that you should not go to pilgrimage, because our pilgrimages are in very high vibrational places. You must go there. Yes, you must go there. You must go to Kedarnath, not just to watch the Aarti. You go there, you be around in that place for some time and just concentrate on yourself. You will feel such profound peace and serenity around you.
The environment,
which is actually
not only of that place, the environment of that entire city is entirely different, because I have been to some places, like if I have been to Mathura, Vrindavan. So if I go there, by once, the border is crossed and when I'm in city, so the kind of feeling, the kind of emotions, the environment, that is kind of so changed so drastically. Like whatever mood I would have been earlier, it is entirely a different one. The kind of peace and serenity, you can say, that automatically come.
Exactly. Because why? Because see, our mood always depends on the vibrations which we are catching up around us.
Correct.
So all those who are going there, they are going with a peaceful mind, with a thought, with a good thought, mostly with a good thought.
Correct.
Good vibrations. So if you go to a place like that, it will automatically raise your mood and raise your vibrations.
So
because
that
everybody
would be
is
like
energy.
100 times more power.
Exactly.
Right.
That is the concept which we are making use of. Because
Wonderful.
you can be at home, you can do the meditation, you can reach that state, no problem in that. But you know what? We are very normal human beings. We really get to, isolate ourselves when we are at home or around our problems and everything. So physically, we need to isolate ourselves a little bit.
Correct.
For 2 to 3 days, so that you get into the mode, then you come back and practice.
Right.
So
that is really important in our life. Like we should take time out. So do these type of activities and kind of rejuvenate ourselves. That is really a need of an hour. So if I talk about your vision, mission, and goal in your life for next 5 to 10 years from now, so what are the things you would like to take into consideration?
first of all, we want that Jijiivisha Anantaa should be in everybody's mind whenever they think of wellness workshop and spiritual knowing yourself, knowing thyself. So that was our vision, and we also really wanted to spread the knowledge to the masses that spiritualism is not something which you need to do leaving everything, leaving your career, leaving your family, leaving the luxuries of life and going into a secluded place. No, that is not spiritualism. You can enjoy all your materialistic pleasures. You can be the most successful person in your career. You can enjoy your life with your family and friends. You can party around and you can be spiritual too.
Right.
It is so simple.
Correct.
So that is the knowledge we would like to spread in the masses, so that by the end of 5 to 10 years, every person, every child, everyone knows what is spiritualism, and our world becomes a better place. That's the only hope we have.
Right. And that is a kind of a noble thought, a noble cause you're working on, because understanding yourself is the biggest achievement one can have.
That will solve 90% of the problems around us.
Correct. And we run throughout our life and we don't get what we are for and what we need to be here for. So that is what we should look around within ourselves first. Then the journey would be easy.
Very easy. Because this is not the only life which we are having. This is not the only life. We have lived so many lives earlier, and we are going to live so many lives after this life also.
Correct.
This is a continuous journey. You should not get so serious about this thing. You learn your lessons and move on.
Right. Now, if I ask about your lessons, so what are the most important life lessons you have learned so far from your personal and professional life?
The most important lesson which I learned is, to be very honest, I have learned that there is no age bar to start anything. If you think that your life is going to end at 35 or 40, no, that's not the case.
Correct.
And you should always listen to the calling of your heart. If you love your job, then if you love your work, then you don't have to work for the rest of your life.
Correct.
And you should always listen to the calling of your heart, because your heart knows what's the best thing for you. Maybe your surrounding won't allow, maybe your parents won't allow you. It is your job to make them understand and listen to your heart, because your heart knows it all.
That's true. You always have that kind of a thought in your mind, in your heart, that what you are doing is right or wrong, and what exactly you want to do in your life. The thoughts are always there with you.
Exactly.
But we miss out onto it for many reasons.
But
maybe sometimes money, maybe sometimes responsibility, maybe sometimes procrastination, maybe the kind of support we don't have. We look for support, but we don't have. So there could be many reasons. But when you decide you want to do, you would find solution. You would find ways.
Exactly. But I personally think, Jitendra, that why to look for support outside? You are your biggest support. Support yourself.
Correct.
Unless and until you support yourself, how do you expect the world to support you? Unless and until you love yourself, you respect your decisions, you can't expect the world to do that.
Right.
You start and then the world will follow, na?
Obviously.
You should believe in yourself.
Reality of life is. Gandhi ji have also mentioned this. You start walking, people would follow. And he have demonstrated. Correct. And he have demonstrated it so well. Like that was kind of a thing created into a big momentum and people follow him.
Yes.
Correct. That will happen.
So it may be slow in the beginning, but nevertheless you get the satisfaction and you know that you are doing the right thing.
Correct. Best thing is to start doing it. So these days, like we are talking about spirituality and all. So these days we are hearing a lot about healing modalities, especially Theta Healing these days. So what exactly Theta Healing is?
Theta Healing is, our human mind has 5 different brain waves. It is alpha, beta, gamma, delta and theta.
Right.
These are constantly in motion and the brain is consistently producing waves in all of these frequencies. Everything that you do and everything you say is regulated by the frequency of your brain waves.
Right.
A theta state, when we say that you are in a theta state, a theta state is a very deep state of relaxation actually. And this state is used in hypnosis as well.
Okay.
Those who are hypnotherapists, yes, they use this state. In theta brainwave, in theta state, the brain waves are slowed to a frequency of 4 to 7 cycles per second.
Okay.
And our sages, our Rishi Munis have meditated for hours to reach this state. As in it, they are able to access absolute calm. You are absolutely calm in this state.
Correct.
Theta brainwaves can be thought of as the subconscious. They govern the part of our mind that is layered between the conscious and the unconscious.
Right.
They hold memories and sensations also.
Okay.
And they also govern our attitudes, our beliefs, our behavior, and they are always creative and inspirational.
Right.
And they are also characterized by very spiritual sensations.
Okay.
Yes, and we believe that this state allows us to act below the level of the conscious mind.
Okay.
It is a very powerful mind, very powerful state.
Right.
And it can be likened to the trance-like state that children attain when they are playing, sometimes they are playing video games and are completely oblivious to what is going on around them. Actually, they are in theta state that time.
Okay, like they are consciously playing,
yes.
But still they are unconsciously
They are in trance, yes. When you become oblivious of whatever happening around you. Another example I'll give you, another example which can be of the use of the theta state is that of the Tibetan priests.
Okay.
See, in winters, these priests place wet towels over their shoulders and within minutes the towels are completely dry.
Right.
In ancient times, in fact, the Kahunas of Hawaii, there was a tribe, accessed the theta state to walk on hot lava.
Okay.
They used to do that when they were in theta state.
Right.
So we attain, as theta healing practitioner, we attain this state consciously and we surrender to the creator of all that is to do the healing on another person, and we go to that person's body mentally and then we witness the healing that is taking place done by the creator.
Right.
This way we can heal patients, we can heal cancer patients, we can clear all negativity around the house, around the place, everything. It's some kind of magic which is unfolding in front
so
of you.
it can help in like multiple purposes.
Yes.
Right. So if I talk about the benefits of this, what are the benefits? One is you mentioned that it will give us positivity. So
yes.
What all other benefits we can derive from it?
It can cure lifestyle diseases if you are truly a believer of theta healing, and if you go to a theta healing practitioner and surrender to this modality, cancer can be cured also.
Okay.
And our age-old conditioning because of which we can't move on in our life because of some issue, we can clear in theta state in just 30 seconds all these issues.
Right.
And we can move on. We can remove our blocks in life and we can reach a deep relaxation state, a state of absolute calmness. And when we reach that state, our creativity enhances like anything.
Right.
Our memory power increases, and we can create magic in our life. We can be the creator of our life.
That is so wonderful. So it can help us with like multiple purposes, and every problem, whatever we have, we can find a solution.
Yes,
with.
exactly.
Amazing. So when we talk about healing modalities, we always see that there are kind of support we require from external consultants or maybe practitioners. So is it possible that we can practice this if we don't have that kind of a support or kind of person along with us? Can we do it alone also?
Theta healing can be practiced on a distance too.
Okay.
Like if you are not able to go to the Theta healing practitioner, you can just send your photograph, or you can just have a chat with him or her and ask and give permission to that practitioner to heal yourself or to any family members or your loved ones. It can be done remotely. Then the practitioner get in touch with the higher selves of that person, and that can be done in Theta healing.
Right. That is wonderful. So I have also seen that there are some frequencies, musical frequencies available on YouTube, and some of the practitioners selling them. Are they helpful in achieving these kind of states if we are not having any practitioner along with us, like support?
They are. See, sound healing is a subject on its own.
Okay.
Sound, yes. Sound can create a lot of healing. See, a very simple example from everyday life. You get so much of peace when you listen to your favorite song.
Right. Correct.
That is sound only. And singing and humming we all do when we are happy, when we are sad. And our age-old custom of reciting mantras.
Right.
It actually can heal yourself when you are reciting them, because every word of our mantras have got a different vibrations.
Right.
So it vibrates very scientifically, and it can heal, and it can make your mind peaceful and full of concentration. And every mantra has got its specific use.
Correct. That is really
Sound
wonderful.
healing is very much important for healing purpose.
So if we don't have any kind of a guidance or support, we can use these type of practices so that we can benefit at least out of it.
Exactly, you can do that.
Wonderful. So now coming back to you again, if I talk about you furthermore, so are you an introvert or an extrovert kind of a person while meeting or facing your audiences? And what are the pluses and minuses of the same?
Actually, for me, there is no distinct differentiation of introvert and extrovert, because I love to interact with people, and since I'm a dancer, I have no stage fright. I can be very expressive while dancing and while talking. So that way you can tell me, you can call me an extrovert, but then I enjoy my solitude as well.
Right.
I am not lonely. I am never lonely. Whenever I'm alone, I enjoy my own company. And when I am with people, I enjoy their company. So I'm a mix of both.
Right. So simple terms, we can say if we are along with us only, so we are kind of introvert at that point in time. And if we are in other people's company, then we are kind of extrovert while meeting and facing people.
Yes, I have got very friends who are very close to my heart, but I can be in a large group of people very comfortable. I don't mind.
Right. Great. So if I talk about the support, which is part of like our journey, and we get support from probably sometimes family, friends, sometimes external people. So who were the people supported you the most in your journey?
When you say support, the only name which pops up in my mind is of my husband. I may say he is the biggest believer and supporter in whatever I am doing and whatever I had done earlier. He is the person who has always encouraged me to do better and better, because he always reminded me that you can do better than this, and he is the biggest critic of me as well.
Great.
And I am ever grateful to him. Whatever I do, he has the support, and he has never stopped me from doing any unconventional thing as such.
Right.
And now I am getting the support of my sons as well. I'm so thankful, so thankful to Creator, for God, for this reason. My son, who is now 18 years old, has fully supported me when he's still supporting me.
Right.
And the younger one, he doesn't understand so much, but yes, he is
Still
following
support.
his brother and father's footsteps. So I have got
Right.
all the support of my family, and
Great.
I'm so thankful for that.
That's
Yes.
great. So if I talk about motivation and inspiration, what are the ways or things or objects or maybe people you get motivated or inspired from?
My biggest motivation is reading books. I always used to get motivated, or I always used to moved by reading any good books.
Right.
And when I listen to some good content, some interview, something of the sort which sometimes touches my heart, I get motivated by that. And I get motivated not so much visually, because I don't get motivated visually so much. I just watch visual things for entertainment purpose only.
Okay.
But my biggest motivation remains in books.
Right. So you are kind of like avid reader.
Yes.
Wonderful. So now, if I ask you about your take on success, what do you feel like it is to you? What is your take on success as a whole? Like your thoughts, your beliefs?
See, I have my one of my bua has said once, which has really touched my heart, that for you, if you measure your success, you should always see from where you have started, not where
Right.
you have reached.
Correct.
If you have started underground, if you have reached a little bit above the ground, that is success for you.
Correct.
So it's the journey which matters. It's not the destination.
Correct.
And for me, success is something very personal, very subjective. And for me, it is like waking up in the morning with a joyful heart and with full of enthusiasm for the entire day, for my future lives, for my plans. I can't measure success by material, or how much money I have earned, or how much property I have owned. I don't measure success by that, although those are very, very important things in your
Correct.
life.
Correct.
But at the end of the day, you should be sleeping peacefully without any guilt, and with full of dreams about your future lives, about the things which you want to do. That
Right.
is for me success.
Correct. Rightly said. And I also follow this thing in my life. But the thing is, other things which are materialistic in nature, they are really important. So I follow that
They
also.
are really important, because we have come to this earth to enjoy everything as a human being.
Correct.
And these material aspects are a part of this.
Right. So you have to balance it out both. You have to be
Exactly.
like kind of having everything in right proportion, which is as per your requirement and needs. And helping others is again another aspect,
Yes,
which is really
whatever gives you joy,
correct.
or do hard work. At the end of the day, you should not feel that I should have done this and I have not done this. You should do everything and you work hard, you achieve your goals, be happy and be joyous. That is the motto.
Right. Wonderful. So we are moving on to the last question. Any message or advices you would like to share with our viewers and listeners?
See, from my personal experience, I would like to share that if you feel your ideas are weird, people won't accept it, or how to go ahead with this, if you are having all these doubts, just drop these doubts, because if you really, really believe in something, you must do it.
Correct.
With all your heart. So again, I will repeat that believe in yourself and the world will follow.
Correct.
That is the best thing which I can say.
Right. That is really a wonderful thought, because unless you give it a try, you won't be able to understand how.
Risk is always there, and if you are
Correct.
starting anything new, you are bound to fail.
Correct.
You can't get success just like that. You can be successful in the first go, but then failure will follow. It is
Correct.
bound to happen.
Correct.
If you
And-
think that you will never fail, then you are living in a bubbles world. You will
Correct.
fail.
Correct.
You will fall down. But what you do after this, that is important.
Correct. How worthwhil
You
your
can-
idea is, that only would be like best way to understand is to apply that in reality. Follow
Exactly.
that, try that.
You have at least at the end of the day, you have tried, you have
Correct.
failed,
Correct.
you have sulked a lot, you eat pizzas and you eat chocolates and everything for 5 days, and then you rub off and then you create something else. That
Correct.
is life.
Correct. That is really important, because moving ahead is really important.
Yes,
So,
you keep moving.
correct.
Failure, you should not stop with one failure. Failure will happen.
Right.
If you know that something is going to happen, then you will not get surprised by it.
Definitely. And I must say, it was really amazing insights you have shared with us. You have talked about spirituality, you have shared your life story, as well. So that was really wonderful, and I really enjoyed hearing you about
I
all these
enjoyed
things.
talking to you. Really, I didn't know that I will enjoy so much, but yes, you made me so comfortable, and it's all because of you that I could speak so my thoughts and everything.
Sure, thank you. And I also would like to look forward to hear more similar kind of discussions further. And I would like
Same
to,
here.
I really would like to have you again on my platform so that we can discuss about more things related to spirituality and probably some myth related to spirituality as well. So that would be
It
kind of
will be
awakening and spreading awareness kind of a thing.
it will be my true honor.
Right. So thank you
Looking forward
so
to many more.
Thank you so very much, Apramita. It was really wonderful having you here. And also, I
Same
will
here.
share your social media links so that people can be in touch with you, see your work, and take your services, like your guidance and help wherever they feel like. And since you are working for women, especially for those mindful or health related trips you are organizing, so that could be helpful for them. They can connect with you for that as well. So, guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you so very much, everyone, for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you, and bye bye.